Okay, everybody, Dave from Area Arachnids definitely need to do another feeding of the Monocentropus balfouri communal, the four musketeers, whatever you want to call them. I just had 3 of them out before I took the lid off. It looks like the 2 largest and the 1 smallest is out, so we're going to throw, there's 2 crickets and 4 small mealworms in here. We'll see if anybody's interested in coming out and eating. Oh, no, someone's going to take that cricket right off because it went down in the burrow. Yep, it's gone. That was the large one. The largest of all of them and the most colored of them. That one is very tan and got some good blues on it. We'll see if these mealworms and another cricket, wherever it went to, might entice these guys back out. So again, that long period of time that I went without seeing them, I really, want to say that, no, here's the other cricket, never come out of the little jar. Because they were, they were all in pre-molt. So they were all hiding and hanging out together, and we have to watch so nobody comes out this back corner on me. Because I can't see, because that's right where the phone is. My filming phone. Yeah, I expected somebody to at least come out, but the big one is in there eating that cricket right now, so it's probably blocking the entrance. But they will crawl all over each other. So I'm not overly concerned that, they won't come and get these. And generally the mealworms have a hard time getting through this silk because there's so much of it. It is very thick and strong, so that you can see the mealworms, they start to struggle, and someone's getting pushed out here. I don't know if this is the one that, yeah, it looks like this is the one that ate. You can see the movement there. He's backing up into that second little hole right below where those 3 mealworms are. And that's not the biggest one. The biggest one's coming out now. You can see the feet. There we come. Oh, you got part of the cricket, I see. You guys were sharing. I don't know if you'll be able to see because of the lighting, but the cricket, or the balfouri that's in front of you that's now getting ready to take that mealworm, has the leg of the cricket that the other one had. So whether they were struggling over the meal and fighting each other for it, or the other one brought it in there and this one tore a chunk off of it and the other guy moved back. But we're going to take that mealworm, it looks like, and probably go back down inside. So the 2 bigger ones have eaten. That one that you just saw there is getting a little bit of worm and drumstick. The other cricket, I think, went down in the hole on the corner over here. I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that a lot of people, and I don't know, because I know a lot of people on some other channels always say, oh, everyone's asking about, this tarantula or that tarantula, or, they want to see an update on this. Oh, the cricket's over here at the water dish. Or, the balfouri communals are popular and, everybody wants to see them. I don't really have that on my channel. I don't have a lot of questions about certain tarantulas, certain species. I don't know if it's because I upload more often than most people do, or I do these updates. I don't know what it is, but again, if you guys want to see anything, you know, how something's doing in my collection, what I'm going to do is on the Erie Arachnids Facebook page, I'm going to list all of the species that I have. So you'll be able to go over there and just say, hey, you know, you could go and find that list and say, oh man, you know what? I haven't seen this one in a while. What's going on with Cheeto, or what's going on with, you know, your OBT, or, you know, whatever it may be. And then that can give me, you know, some things to do for certain videos. Now this guy here, this balfouri that's coming out now does not have anything in its jaws, but that doesn't mean that's not, we'll see when it comes out. I was actually getting ready to end this, but this one's one of the smaller ones, I think. Yeah, that's probably the third largest one right there. Let's see if we can get some different light on it, different angle. So 3 of the 4 have come out. But then again, this one may have been the one that came out, grabbed food, and it may have brought it down and left it for the other ones. I don't know. They all look the same for the most part. I mean, you can see some size difference, but when one's coming in and out, you just don't know which one's which. I do know the one is still in the webbing underneath those 2 mealworms. The first one that came out and got the cricket, that one is still underneath that webbing in their little tunnel there. But we've had 2 come out of the entryway there that goes underneath the rock that you see behind them. We just haven't had that last little dude come out yet. That's the one I want to see, the little one, just to see what it looks like, how big it got comparatively to the other ones, because again, the 3 biggest ones that I have in here are the 3 that I got from Vlad in that deal that we did before with breeding of the Brachypelma vagans. Now, he sent me these as part of that, you know, breeding. I got a handful of vagans, I got these, I can't remember, he sent a handful of other things too. Oh, some Formictopus cancerides, I think 5, 5, 3. I can't remember if there was anything else or not. Might have just been those. But yeah, so these 3 came in and they were a tad bit bigger than the one that I had that was by itself. Again, the other one that's by itself is up top. He's suspected male. I haven't seen him in a long time. He probably could have went in with these guys, but I chose not to do it. If I increase the enclosure size, I may attempt it and see what happens. But I'm kind of leery that he's been by himself for so long, that he's used to living the solitary life. Now the little guy with these ones, of course, I'd given to a friend, and then she moved, so I took the spiders that I gave her back. And this little one just never really grew much. So it's always been the runt out of these 3, and these 3 are probably roughly, I would say, 9 months to a year younger than the other one. So again, I believe all 4 of them are still in here. I wouldn't have any reason to believe otherwise. I don't think the other one's going to come out though. So we'll see what happens. They may finish their meals and come out and get these other 2 mealworms in this last cricket. I'm sure all this stuff is going to be gone by the end of the day. Again, a wonderful, beautiful species. You don't see them too often. I think the bigger the communal, the more you're going to see them. Of course, because there's less room to move depending on your enclosure size. But I expect to see these guys out a little bit more often now that they're getting a little bit bigger. and there's probably less room in there, but they'll pile on top of each other. We've seen it on Tom Rand's videos. I've seen it on Mark's Tarantula's got a communal of these. There's a lot of people that have communal of these now, so you'll be able to find videos all across the internet or all across YouTube about the communals of these. My friend Connie has, she's in England, she has 22. 7 from one egg sac and 14 from another. So she had the 14 and introduced the 7, and as far as she knows, they're all still in there except for the one that she took out. She did take one out, I believe. And they've been like that for as long as I've known her, which is 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, she's got some mature males in there, and I'm sure she's got some mature females, but she wants to buy more and introduce that next group in there. So I'm kind of anxious to see what happens with that. It may be something I might explore in the future, if I can find somebody that's willing to build me a decent size enclosure for these guys, as an advertising on the channel, or at a reduced cost with advertising on the channel. That would be pretty cool too. Something that's a little bit more custom. Maybe can have my logo, and we're working on a second logo. I love the one that Kat made me, and that one's going to stick with me. We're going to make one that's a little bit less three-dimensional, so that the tarantula is actually going to be more of a drawn, I guess you want to call them two-dimensional or one-dimensional. And I want to try to do it like using Pennsylvania's shape of the state as a background, because I live in Pennsylvania, of course, in Erie. I thought about just doing Erie County with the tarantula there, with Erie arachnids. I'm still exploring that. But, yeah, so, we'll look forward to that in the future. And I have somebody that I might be doing some work with next month. I'm not going to say anything about it at the moment, but we'll get into it once all that stuff is finalized. That's kind of exciting. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 small, quick, easy takedowns. They were very non-dramatic, but we did at least get to see 3 come out and eat. I'll have to look at it on the television and see how that came out. But you'll see another video coming out. I already filmed it, but we're putting this. I'm gonna put this video out first. There'll be another video with some updates, some feedings of some tarantulas that molted recently, and you'll see a couple tarantulas that have molted recently that aren't ready to eat yet. And you'll hear a little bit of long-windedness like you're hearing right now at the last 2 clips of that video. So, if you get to those and you see the takedowns and you don't want to watch anymore, by all means, shut it off. But I know a lot of people will watch and multitask while my videos are on, which I still think is pretty cool, that you can stand in the kitchen or, be cooking dinner or cleaning or doing something on your computer, and you could be watching on the television or on your computer or on your phone or whatever, and still be doing other things and listening to me, and then, watching some of the takedowns and some of the stuff that's going on. I know it's a little bit hard when it's a feeding video to listen to me, but yeah. So Monocentropus balfouri ×4. We saw 3 of the 4. I will let you know if I end up not seeing number 4. But again, I did find a smaller molt the other day, so I'm assuming that is number 4. So they may have taken some food down to that one and left it there for it. Kind of like what mom does when you have the babies. That's something that you guys should know real quick with these guys. Monocentropus balfouri, you shouldn't pull the sac from mom. So if you plan on breeding them, don't pull the egg sac from mom. Let the eggs develop, let them come out on their own, and you should keep them with mom. I think it's till the L3 or L4 stage. So right around 1 inch is the best thing that you can do for them. Now I know a lot of people have, they'll sell them right after they get to the L2 stage. They're a little bit more fragile there. They do much better if you wait till the L3, L4 stage for them, or their 4th molt with mom, then separate them. That becomes a lot of work, again, because you're trying to chase down maybe 50, 60, 70 little tiny balfouri slings, and then still get mom out of the way as well to get them, put into separate enclosures or make a new communal or leave them with mom, ones that you're selling or trading or whatever. Definitely try and wait till they're about the L4 stage, right around that inch and a quarter mark is probably the most ideal time to separate. Have a great day. We'll see everybody later. Bye-bye.